I've just finished a collection of songs under my name, This Temple Eden. I thought it might be nice to explore the difficulties, challenges and triumphs on this creative journey. Let's take a look. Hello, Darren here, the Creative Minimalist, www.thecreativeminimalist.com. Creativity in all its breadth, seen through the lens of a struggling multimedia composer, writer and musician. This week's special guest is me, or This Temple Eden, who is just about to release a collection of songs titled The Same Old Fear. I recently caught up with myself and asked exactly what the songs were and how they came about. The Same Old Fear is cathartic. It is autobiographical. It is reality and fantasy intertwined. It is everything on a subjective level and yet meaningless or nothing on the objective macro level. It is what was, what might have been, or what would never transpire. These songs mean nothing. These songs mean everything. I hope that if you dip your toes in and listen, you'll feel the waves. The water may be cold and or refreshing. They may chill with the odd resonation or simply wash over you. Very interesting. What are the musical influences for The Same Old Fear? Well, I'm a child of the 80s, so there are probably musical overtones from that era. I have moved on musically, but these tracks probably owe a lot to that decade. Simple Minds and Dead Can Dance directly inspired a couple of the tracks, The Sun and the Moon and Mermaid, while We're Not Actors gives a nod to David Bowie's Heroes, so back to the 70s for that one. And also a big thank you to Tony Visconti for offering a track breakdown of Heroes, which I found on YouTube. Other influences were or are Philip Glass, Hani Arani and the Boards of Canada. There's even a dash of 9 Inch Nails if I remember the recording process. All of those mentioned are musical threads to the overall mosaic. That's quite a collection of musical influences. Is that what you are listening to now, those influences? I like them all and do listen to them, but not exclusively. Recently, I've been on an ambient electronic binge, alongside a lot of songs I pick up using Shazam when watching TV series. That leads me to exploring a lot of music that is new to me. There's so much amazing music around, and over the years I've missed so much of it. When the streaming platforms offer similar artists, or you might also like features, they are really helpful. When you were recording the album, what was the biggest challenge to creating The Same Old Fear? The biggest challenge also probably offers the biggest reward. I wrote, mixed and mastered the album on my own in the Little Blue Studio, my safe creative space. I learnt as I went. If there was something I didn't know how to do, then YouTube and online was my destination. Find out and learn. I am so grateful for all those who share their knowledge and expertise. So a lot of trial and error. It seemed like I hardwired the acronym FAIL, F-A-I-L, into my routine. A lot of what I did was a first attempt in learning. Space is also an issue. Moving from playing the keyboard to the guitar to recording vocals is always a challenge in such a confined space. It did force me to arrange things in ways to make swapping instruments and setups easier. So all a challenge, but the sense of achievement is worth it. Quite some challenges. I mean, was there a specific difficulty with doing everything yourself? Yes, and it was and is a constant difficulty, and I think one that we as creatives, whatever we create, face. and that is making the decision as to when something is good enough or finished or ready to share. There were multiple points in making this music when I asked myself, is this good enough? Cue the imposter syndrome monster sneaking up and having a quick chatter in the ear. From writing the songs to the recording of the various parts, my singing, guitar playing, and then all the other playing, the mixing and getting the tracks ready to share. In the end, I had to have several right, that's as good as I can do moments. And as a rule of thumb, I went with a do I like it, or is it doing what or sounding like I want it to? Yes, it could always be improved, but I don't have Dave Gilmour, Trevor Horn, or Abbey Road Studios at my disposal. If any of you are watching though, what did you learn about the creative process, and even perhaps about yourself? I learnt the need for a creative process. It is too easy to waste time redoing repeating tasks that can in some way be automated or made quicker by having the tools ready and accessible. Keyboard shortcuts, templates, and reducing the options like sounds, or if you're painting and making some art, the colour palette. To use a cliche, work smarter, create smarter. And as for myself, I overestimate the time it takes for the creative tasks and underestimate the time for the more monotonous aspects of creating. But most of all, I learnt that by putting my mind to it, I am able to create something I am happy with, and I hope some of you may like it as well. Well, thank you. And thank you for letting me be a little self-indulgent. If anything I have said has helped or resonated in any way, please subscribe, hit the like button and notification bell. It helps this appear to others who might enjoy it. The Same Old Fear is available on pretty much every streaming platform from the 29th of April. And please follow at This Temple Eden everywhere for more information and for much more music to come this year, and also in the comments and then on the page I'll give all the details. I'm off to see if Trevor Horn has emailed me yet. Possible. In the meantime, be creative, stay safe, and I'll see you soon. Bye.